Good morning, my friends. Good to see all of your beautiful smiling faces this fine Saturday morning for another Saturday morning AMA or Q&A or marketing morning. I think I'm switching the name to. We're playing around. We're going to have some fun. Man, am I ever looking forward to chatting today. I'm expecting some good questions. The questions last week were amazing. So good. So what I did actually is the ones that I didn't have time to answer, I screenshotted those. I recorded answers to the ones that I thought would provide the most amount of value to the most people, and now they're going to be going live on the second channel, which actually I've got a couple things to talk to you about today that I think are going to be pretty important with where marketing is going, some changes in the strategies that I am proposing and recommending, and a couple quick fun updates. So we're gonna hit those. First, let's say hi, just because I've missed y'all. A week's too long. We should do this more often. MD, morning from Bangladesh. Morning, my friend. Good to see you. Jeff, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Bonjour. Happy Saturday to you as well. Pleasure to be here. Feel like I'm going to business school every time the live session approaches. I'm loving it. Hey, I'm super stoked to hear that. That is music to my ears. That's the intention. This is the business school that I wish I had. I had some pretty good professors back in the day, but I also had some that were little dry. Sufi, good morning from Pakistan. Good morning. Dasha, hello. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, or thank you for saying. I hope you're doing well as well. Corporal Diesel, hey, new avatar picture there, my man. This one's friendlier. I remember you saying a few moons ago that you were concerned about your profile pic. Well, you look happy there. So good morning to you from Central Texas, or to Central Texas. I'm not in Central Texas. Bizarre New Yorker, aye, Captain. Rock and roll. Jerry, hey, trying to keep the live attending streak. Well, man, if you keep showing up, I'm gonna keep dragging myself in here. We'll keep making it happen. Kevin, good morning from Lakeland. Good morning, Kevin. Good to see you, my friend. So glad you could make it here. Jeff, do you ever participate in or do any live in-person events? If so, do you have any coming up soon? Jeff, dude, it's like I told you to ask that question. This is going to be spooky. I got news for you. It's number 3 on my list, but we're going to talk about that in a second. I got cool stuff to share. Prajakta, good evening from India. Hello, Prajakta. Good to see you. Angjao Tachiera, hello. Love from Portugal. Here again to learn from the marketing genius. Oh, well, you're too kind, my friend. But I'm going to be in Portugal next year. So just around the Algarve, though. So if you're there, come by, say hi. All right, let me see. Eat French fries. Yes, of course. Good morning, Adam. Hope you're doing well. New York represented here, reporting for duty. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Good for you. Yeah, we've got a couple New York. We normally have a couple Texas. We get some South Africa. We get, oh, look at this. We got Marius. Next up, Romania. Another cool country. I'm loving the international aspect of it. And in fact, what's interesting about all of this is the universality, it's a word, of marketing. I'm happy to answer specifics. We're definitely going to dive into specifics, but what you're going to find is that similar advice is going to apply whether we're in New York or Texas or Romania or Portugal or whatever it is, because people are people. Yes, there are cultural differences. There are language differences. There are all kinds of things that we need to factor in, but overall, we as human beings, we are far more similar than we are different. Tap in. Good morning from Chicago, starting my social media agency now. Do it. Maybe right after this live. Stick around, then start. Kirk, good morning, Kirk. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it. All right, Jeff. Yes, The Pumpkin Plan is an amazing book. Mike Michalowicz is great. His messages are relatable. Thank you for recommending. Yeah, anybody that hasn't read Mike Michalowicz's stuff, hard name to spell and say, but you should check it out. It's pretty interesting. There's a couple of good concepts for any business owner or marketer. The Pumpkin Plan is really good. Profit First is really good. Those are probably the two that I would start with. And then if you're looking to scale up, then look at Clockwork, but don't look at that one too soon, because I don't want to take message away from the more important stuff. His Peckness, Maurice. Maurice, good to see you. Hello from Kenya. Hey, man, good to see you. Tom, BB Tom, good morning. Necromancer666, we got to talk to you about that avatar. Freaks me out every time, but good morning. And yes, I hope you have a good day as well. Jasmine, missing that Hawaiian time. I know, right? It was so much later. So much later, but we're back. West Coast. Got to make it happen. Johnny, you're the man. You're the man, Johnny. Your marketing content is the best out there from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Well, I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you are enjoying it. BB Tom, how can I submit a question? The same way that you just asked that question. A question about questions. So yeah, just type it in. It's that simple. All right. Oh, David, here you go. My man. From the armpit of the South, Miami. I hope you're doing well. The content on the second channel is awesome. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. In fact, we're going to talk about that too. In fact, this might be a good segue. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask about hitting like. You gotta hit that like button. That's the only cost for today. The content is free. The likes are free. The smiles are free. I don't know. Hit the like button if you'd be so kind. It helps with showing all of the other people that didn't turn on their notifications yet. But yes, let's talk second channel because I've got a couple things that I want to share with you. I might go out of order because I want to put this one down here because it's going to be sort of the segue into the conversation that we have to have moving forward. So let's start with this one. Live, new channel. For those of you that are not aware, there is a secondary YouTube channel. It is called very originally Adam Earhart 2. The number 2, just 2. If you look it up, you should be able to find it. I think there's links probably on the main channel under the videos. Why would I start a second channel? It's very simply to create more content like this. So if you're into the live streams and you're into getting tactical, actual, no BS style, straight shooter answers to your questions, you're going to love that second channel. If you're just here for the pretty pictures and the bad dad jokes and the awkward rap songs, then stick with the main channel. The other one will probably disappoint. But if you want the sort of grassroots, tactical, actionable stuff, that's going to be for you. On that note, this live session that we're doing right now is going to be on the second channel next week. I figured I'd give everybody fair warning before just randomly appearing over there. But if you're looking for the live, you need to be subscribed to that channel and tune in at our regularly scheduled time. So that point is done. Next, Mastermind Workshop. Jeff, you asked a question, do I ever do any live events? Do I ever attend them or put them on? I used to do a lot. Then I stopped because I don't know if I got just burned out. I just kind of got tired of doing them. Also, there became a point where there was diminishing ROI from a business perspective in regards to both money and energy. So I simply enjoyed doing these kind of things more than I did live events. That said, I kind of miss them. I'm an extrovert. I like talking to people. I like all of you guys and answering these questions. So there's a bit of a gap. So what are we going to do about it? Well, I got a good friend. Amazing marketer, super nice guy. His name's Cody. Him and I are going to team up and we are going to likely, we're in the planning phases right now, but it looks like all lights are green. Going to be putting on a live event next year in Spain. Exact details to be announced later, but it'll be in the south of Spain. Possibly around, again, probably shouldn't write this down because it might change. Malaga, Granada, possibly. Around, we're going to say Feb 2024. Probably be a 2-day event, a mastermind workshop, training, etc., etc. Work people through that. We might do another one after that is somewhere in North America. But that's the details on that. Am I going to be speaking at any prior to that? Unlikely. There have been some amazing invitations and opportunities, but the calendar's just got a little bit full, and I kind of just like sticking around and making YouTube videos. So there's that. Check. Let's talk about shorts. Why do we have to talk about shorts? Let me come back to just my big old face here. Here's the deal. There have been some interesting updates and developments in the regards to different marketing strategies and algorithms and the threat of TikTok being banned and people getting frustrated with Instagram Reels and Facebook, how they've, I don't want to say demonetized, but removing creator incentives. Essentially, long story short, short form content is the perfect gateway drug into making video content. So I stand by my original suggestion, which is if you're going to make any kind of content, make it short form video because I want you to make video. But those days, as they were far more short-lived than any of us anticipated. They're not as good as they once were. And the benefits that you get by an increased algorithm push is not worth, in my opinion, the sacrifices that you make by exchanging that for longer form video content like this, like a YouTube video, like a webinar, like anything else, like even long form podcast that you can video and then upload. So Do you want to make shorts? Sure, go for it. Do you not want to? You don't have to. My advice, though, is we do need video content. Need is a strong word, but like it's going to be the strongest, biggest bang for your buck. But if you can make it long form, do that. Shorts, we can talk about it more if you guys have specific questions on it. But I'm starting to transition most of the advice I give away from creating short form content and more to creating long form video content, just because it's just not as good as it once was. MD, can you give me some idea about how I can start a lead generation agency? I can. Go to my channel and type in how to start a digital marketing agency. And you will find a video that's going to walk you through in about 20 minutes everything that I could hope to tell you here. Che, good morning from Trinidad. Good morning, Che. Good to see you. Alicia, morning. Keep sending that great info. You keep showing up. I'll keep pumping it out. Ang Zhao, if you come to Portugal in the summer, I'll have a beer. Perfect. I don't drink, but we can have a coffee. But yes, I'll be in Portugal in the spring, whenever February is. That's not spring. That's winter. I'll be there in the winter. I think I'm heading up there in March, though. So next March. Ang, I'm considering buying your course. How much time do I have to reserve to make the most of it? As much as you can. So if you set aside like a day to go through everything, cool, you can probably cover most of the material. The real value of it, though, is going to be coming back to it regularly. The same with any kind of content. So my advice would be go through everything, but then go through it again, but then go through it again. The beauty of a course like that and the way it's structured is that it really is designed to be gone through multiple times, because every time, by the time you get to the end of it, you're going to have new insights and knowledge and ideas that you're going to be able to go through again and apply other things that you may have missed the first time because it just didn't make sense or you weren't sure how to apply it, and then go through it again and get other things. So as much or as little as you want or can. Bizarre New Yorker, what's the best way to become a list broker? Not my area of expertise at all. So acquire lists. I never buy lists. I don't sell lists. For any of you not familiar, it's typically something they'll do in direct mail, sometimes email. You need to get lists, honestly, and find people that have lists. It's not a dying industry because people still use it, but it is not my favorite. Jeff says, count me in, dude, the world needs it. I will see you in Spain then. Kirk would like to learn how to market new music. Where do you find your rates for advising? Okay, so I don't do advising, so my rates are hidden. Secret, can't find them. Occasionally I'll do a big consulting gig for a larger company, but it doesn't make sense for most people because I can't. If the business is just starting and if it's doing less than $1 million a year, my advice is going to be you're going to get the same thing from the videos on the channel that I would tell you. So where it makes sense for me to come in and consult or provide any kind of advising is when there are really specific, tactical, high-level strategic questions that we can't find through generic content. So that is why. How would I learn to market new music? I would watch the videos on the channel. Biased, obviously, but focusing on most of them are built around service-based businesses anyway. So all of that is going to apply. And then you're going to need to go where your people are. The proliferation of publication and promotion of new content and music is really going to be your best bet. So you're going to want to put it everywhere, share it everywhere that you can, where your ideal listeners are. Okay, let's see. Okay, we talked about that, MD. So check out that video. And that will look after you there. Marissa, good morning to you, Marissa. Good morning. Oi, noob. Hello there. I am new to marketing. Where do I start? I've got a playlist on the channel that says, are you new to marketing? Start here. So start there. Immaculate Heart. Adam, just saying hey. Hey, just saying hey back. Good to see you. MD, your email motivates me a lot. Lovely to hear. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. For those not on the email list, where did I put those things? Hang on. See if I can find them. Where would you be? It's like newsletter. I don't know. AdamEarhart.com/newsletter. Or you can also go here if you've not done that and get the cheat sheet to join the email list. That will bring that up. Yeah, smash that like button. You know it. Smash it, hit it, tap it, click it. You do you. But yeah, we gotta get that hit. Like Johnny and June, thank you for everything you do. Provide incredible value to all of us. Hit the like button. Oh, yes, I know. Always feels so obvious and also silly to keep asking everyone to hit. But it's even funnier when YouTubers are like, can you hit the like button? Because I hear it helps with the algorithm. I was like, yeah, it definitely helps with the algorithm. We don't have to pretend. We know. Fast forward button. What's your best strategy for a creator who has a lot of followers but wants to collect their emails apart from a lead magnet? Are there tools for this perhaps? So my question to you is, why not a lead magnet unless you're already doing it? Because like a lead magnet is the answer. Like you ask anybody in any kind of marketing how to collect emails and it's a lead magnet, like always. That said, if you already have a lead magnet, make more so that you can appeal to different areas of the market, or you can appeal to different needs or problems that they have. If you're already doing that, you have like 5 lead magnets and they're all crushing it, you can just put a simple call out for your email list. Say, hey, click this button, join the email list, get 3 emails a week, 1 email a week, whatever it is that's going to cover this topic, but you can just literally ask people to join and explain the value that they're going to get in exchange for it. Deuce, new here, Financial Infant. Thank you for existing. Hey, thank you for existing. Deuce, I'm glad you're here. Jeff, regarding the long form video content, how often should we upload, or better yet, what should the consistency look like? Okay, so in a perfect world, I'd get 2 to 3 times a week to start. That's going to seem like a lot and a little bit overwhelming. But that's my recommendation. 2 on the low end, 3 kind of on the high end. So you can stick with a cadence of like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Saturday. But really the goal is to build up the muscle of creating content. That's really it. So it's like we need to start getting into a routine, a consistent cadence of creating this kind of content so that it does become easier. And I promise you, it does become easier to do. You're going to level it up and then it's going to become hard again, but then you're going to get a cadence there and then you're going to level up. It gets hard again, but you've got to get into that routine. So 2 to 3 times a week is ideal. Once a week is kind of our minimum. So if you make 1 long form video a week, you're on the right track. If you can get it to 2, amazing. Get it to 3, even better. I wouldn't probably push it too much further than that though. I'd say 2 is like a sweet spot. I have more organic visits to my site than those coming from Google Ads. I never run out of my ads budget, so there is demand for the keywords, but the organic results exceed the paid one. It's normal? Yeah, it's normal. It's like if I look at my SEO clients in the past, because I'm not running any, am I even running any campaigns? I'm looking at some of my clients might still have some running that, so we can sort of draw on that a little bit. But yes, totally fine. Not a big deal. If you're not paying enough or you're not Google Ads isn't using enough of your budget, you can just expand some of your targeting. So you could go after more people. You could go after more keywords. That's pretty much it. Like more keywords, more people, broader targeting, etc. Just make sure that you're staying profitable. But otherwise, like, yeah, pat yourself on the back. Organic traffic. I'll take that all day, every day. BB Tom, I hired a marketing agency for my online business. I'm paying them a fortune. I want to learn how to do it myself. Do you recommend? Yep. Yeah, I do recommend. Even if you continue using them, which is totally fine, I 100% recommend that you learn how to do digital marketing yourself. And the reasons are multifold, not the least of which is if you're going to hire a marketing agency, you're not going to know, are these results good or bad? You're not going to know what they're doing. You're not going to know why they did a certain thing. It's very easy for them to kind of snow you. I'm not saying they are. I have no idea who they are. But they could be like, look, BB Tom, we got you a ton of likes. And you could be like, sweet, thanks guys. And here's $5,000. But when you study digital marketing and you'll be like, hey, that's totally useless. Why are you doing that? What are the KPIs that we're tracking here? What's our CPC? What's our CPL? What's our impressions? What's our reach and frequency of the ads that we're running? What's all of the things that are going to go into it, which I appreciate sound a little bit confusing when I just rattle them off like that. There are videos on the channel for that. And there's also this bad boy here, which will walk you through the things that you need to know. Like if you're paying an agency, it's funny. I never tell someone it's like, you have to take this course. Like do what you want, get the books, watch the videos or whatever it is. If you're paying an agency a fortune, you have to take that course. Like it's going to save you. It's going to save you a fortune. Cause you're going to get better results and you're going to be able to guide them better. Like no one's going to know your business as well as you do. In the end, you're still probably going to get people to help you with aspects of your digital marketing. That's totally cool. I have people that help me edit videos and schedule content and run content calendars and help with copywriting from time to time. All of these things. It's not that I don't know how to do them. It's just that I'm just one dude and there's only so much time in my day, so I need help. But at least I know what I'm looking for. So when someone comes to me with a headline that is total garbage, I can be like, politely, that's not very good. Let's make it better, rather than just being like, all right, let's post it and damage our brand. Dasha, how to market a shopping mall, considering that each tenant provides different kind of product or service. Who's the target market for shopping mall in general? Oh, well, you should know. I don't mean to throw this back at you, but it's like the target market for the shopping mall. Like if you're going to be running marketing for them, you need to know the target market for it, because it's going to depend on where it's located. It's going to depend on what stores are in it. It's like you should already have that data. Otherwise, they should be able to get that data for you based on the demographic details of the stores that are in there. So it's sort of like the conglomeration of all of the stores. Couple different ways of marketing a shopping mall. Number one is you could do it store by store, isolated, run ads. Hey, here's this thing for this. Here's this thing for this. Here's this thing for that. The other way is as a mass collective, just running ads for the mall in general. Here's all the stores. Here's all the amenities. Here's the benefits of doing this. Here's parking. Here's the central location. Here are the hours. I'd run them probably as locally targeted Facebook ads or Instagram ads or TikTok ads or YouTube ads. All the ads, basically. I'd be running locally targeted advertising methods, preaching everything I just talked about. Jerry, like has been hit. You have paid your dues. Thank you, sir. Today's marketer needs to have technology proficiency, and there is so much out there. Where should one focus or go? Certifications. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of certifications, simply because, especially in the world of marketing, there are no standardized, agreed upon certifications. It's like you can call yourself a marketer or a digital marketer without a degree, without a course, without anything. Like you just say it. You self-proclaim. I'm now a digital marketer. It's like, cool. I'm not going to say you're not. So that's fine. Certifications? Nah. No, like nobody really cares. Have I ever been asked? Like never. Honestly, I think I had one person like once in my entire 10 plus year career ask like, do you have a degree in marketing? And I was like, yep. And they're like, all right, that was it. So I don't think you need any of that. Now, what was the second part of the question, or the first part? You need to have technology proficiency. Yes, you do. But like you said, there's so much out there. In fact, if you ever look up a graph, it's like type in MarTech 5000. It's marketing technology 5000. And it's a graph of like the 5,000 different marketing technology companies. You don't need to learn 5,000 marketing softwares. That's insane. So what you do need to do is figure out where you're going to focus, who your customers are, what their problems are, what the ideal solution for that is, and then become an expert at that, or at the very least, learn it so that you're able to get results from that software rather than learning them all. New technology is coming on the scene all the time, depending on how much you want to push yourself forward and how interested you are in it. I would argue that it's important, but it's not as important as you think. And the reason is for a long time, even now, I'm kind of a slow adopter when it comes to new technologies. I'll buy them and I'll try them and I'll play around with them, but I'm not going to tell you like, go use this and go use that until it's proven itself as a viable method. I'm certainly not going to advise it to a client or let it run loose on any of their businesses until I know exactly all of the ins and outs. ChatGPT, perfect example. That thing is amazing if you know how to use it right and you don't use it for the wrong things and you still run it through a human filter. For example, if I'm writing an article on some kind of marketing and I need a case study, I can go to ChatGPT. I'm like, give me some real life examples of case studies of businesses that did this. And they'll give me some examples, but then I have to go rewrite everything. I have to go do the research. I have to verify if any of this is actually true. So yeah. Immaculate Heart, I want to take your course. Are the videos similar to your YouTube videos? I love them, but find it hard to take notes. Also, does the course involve real world exercises? So they're similar to the YouTube videos, but also different in a way that it's slightly more toned down and instructional. So it's like, here's this thing. Here's what we need to do. There's less jokes. I'm not going to lie. It's like, you come for the fun, stay for the learning. There, it's like, go for the learning, stay for the learning. It's a lot more practical and like, here's what we need to do and here's how we're going to do it and here's how you're going to make a lot of money doing it. Real world exercises, yes, there'll be things that will show you how to do it in different niches and industries and markets. Oasis Social Hub, how do you market to the small African American market when I'm a small business myself? It's the same way that you market to any segment of the market. Period. Full stop. Doesn't matter if it's based on demographic details, geographic details, psychographic details. It comes down to understanding wants and needs, pains, frustrations, how you position your business as the solution to that. That's it. That's really it. Like we could interchange that with any kind of other market, and all of the other principles apply. Seattle participating here. Hey, sunny days, Seattle. That's not adding up. I know that story. I'm from Vancouver. It's always raining. Misery. I looked at the weather actually. Was it this morning? Yeah, this morning. It was like just rain. Oh, I wonder if I don't need to show you. Nobody needs to see that, but it's like a week of rain. I was like, yeah, that sounds like, what is it? April. Lakia. All right. What strategy or tactics should one take after taking a long time away from their marketing agency and is ready to get back in the game? So what should you do if you've taken a long time away from your agency, you want to get back in the game? I think immersion is probably the best strategy here. And it's more of a mindset than it is a strategy or tactic. It's like you really just have to get back in, read all the emails, watch all the videos, look at all the stuff, engage with all the software, talk to all the customers and clients, like just realign your brain. It's kind of like riding a bike in that it will come back to you, but yeah, you're just going to have to dive in. There's no other secret there. Mahmood, bro from Syria, thank you for every video. God bless you. Hey, thanks, Mahmood. I'm glad that you're enjoying the videos. Oasis Social Hub, is there a certain time in the day you should post short videos? Yeah, well, two things. Number one, make sure to go back and watch that slight rant on short form and the move away to long form. Pat Flynn had an amazing video out yesterday, a couple days ago, and it was on like short form creators, I worry about you, or stop doing this, or whatever it was. And it was his cry of appeal as well to like, hey, this isn't as good as everyone said it was going to be. And it was good, and now it's becoming less good very quickly. So things change. So yes, as far as best time of day, really you're going to have to look at your analytics and figure out like when your people are online and post there. Basically all of the short form platforms, there we go, are going to show you like optimal posting time. Instagram's probably the perfect example of like all of your followers are online at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So then you post there. David, at this point in time, do you believe TikTok will be banned in the US? If banned, how will this affect other platforms? Yeah, good question. I don't know. I can't even pretend to. It's almost like pretending like to know where the stock market's going to go, up or down. There's so many factors that are weighing in, and it's going to ultimately rely on the opinions of a few people that are like truly ignorant on the situation. So it's a dice roll, man. I don't know. I have no idea. Personally, I don't care. That makes me sound cold, but I don't care, because if it survives, then I'm going to maybe double down and start doing more things there and advise it more. If it dies, then I'm going to carry on doing other things and move people in other directions. So the platforms, like I'm pretty platform agnostic. I don't have undying loyalty to any one single platform. I go where I feel that I can make the best connection with the people who are most interested in the message and provide the most amount of value. Right now, pretty much YouTube. Definitely not Instagram. Maybe a little bit of Facebook. Not so much LinkedIn. Bit of Twitter, but less usage, like 20% usage compared to like 80% on Facebook and YouTube. So it's like, I'll just go where the people are, and I suggest the same. I'm curious though. I'm curious to see what happens. People are becoming more concerned over their data. I think for me as a marketer, last point on this one, I'm more concerned in the consumer behavior applications of what this means and the changing consumer behavior trends and positions and attitudes and beliefs towards data privacy and security and sharing, not to mention quick hits of dopamine and lasting satisfaction. So you might have seen like YouTube puts out these polls after videos once in a while where they're like, hey, did you enjoy that video? And you can be like, yeah, that was awesome, or no, that was terrible. And those are big factors because they're trying to create better viewing experiences where people leave the platform feeling good rather than completely miserable. All right. Sharon, happy Ramadan, everyone. Hey, I didn't know it was Ramadan. Happy Ramadan, Sharon. Very cool. Elon, we're going to find a consultant or marketer and some other company and take zero cut commission. I'm not sure what you're asking, my friend. Where can I find a consultant or marketer and some other company and take zero cut commission? I'm not sure. Like, are you asking if you can pay someone nothing or if they can pay you nothing? If you can pay someone nothing, the answer is no. but you get what you pay for. So you might find someone, but they'll probably do more harm than good. If you can work for someone and make no commission on their stuff, possibly you still want to make sure that you've got a solid portfolio, because for any established business, you're more of a gamble and a risk to them than you are a benefit. So they'd rather pay and make sure that you're not going to torch the business down. So yeah, build up that portfolio. Coach Kenny, can I hire you, Adam? Not regularly, my friend. I wish I had more time and availability. Occasionally, I do VIP days. They're how many figures is that? Multi 5 figures if we do that. So not normally, and subject to availability and normally not available. So the answer is maybe, but probably not. Nils, hey Nils, I got a thing for you. I answered your question in the video that's going to go live on the other channel on Tuesday. So make sure to check that one out. In fact, I answered this question on that video that's going live on Tuesday. So how's that for some suspenseful stuff? We're going to make you wait. But I answered it in depth, so you'll like it. Some guy, hey Adam, this is a bit more personal, so I hope you don't mind. Well, let's find out. I'm never offended though. You can ask whatever you like. I just may not be able to answer it. But with so much experience in marketing, why don't you give it a shot at starting your own business? Oh, that's totally personal and totally a fair question. So I do have my own business. I have a number of them actually. Some of them run on complete autopilot, so they don't require much input from me other than taking a look at the books and the numbers and reviewing the marketing and making sure that everybody is doing what they're supposed to. But yeah, I've been very fortunate to, again, this is the reason that I think marketing is such an incredible superpower to develop, to learn. It's definitely not something any of us are born with. It's like you learn this stuff. But learning it has enabled me to start a number of different businesses and make a decent sum of money doing it. So the other thing is why I don't keep starting more and more businesses is because I'm pretty focused right now on the direction that I want to take the main brand and channel and all of that. Also, I don't talk about this a lot because I feel it's a bit like flexing, but I'm financially independent or financially free. I don't need any more money. I've got enough. I'm retired if I wanted to be. Never have to work another day of my life, thanks to marketing. So I do this for fun and because I enjoy growth and learning and building businesses and helping other people build business. So hopefully that answers. Monique, good to see you. Hey, Adam, hope you had a great week for my off-grid cabins. I remember, Monique. How early before the opening of it should I launch my website and have any other marketing content ready? So I like to start seeding things sooner than later. So if you're thinking about doing this, I don't know, like let's say you're 6 months away, I would start talking about it now. We're working on this. Show the behind the scenes. I would launch my website now and say coming soon. I would launch my social media platforms and say coming soon. I would make sure that I was updating them with like estimated launch date, August 2023. Like I would be keeping people informed. I wouldn't just put up a site being like off-grid cabins coming soon. See you later. But show people behind the scenes very much. Like you'll notice here, 1 second. Perfect example. This is one of those like do what I do and not just what I say. Check this out here. Let's find a color. Let's make this red. I'm not even sure this will work. Yeah, sure. We'll make it all red. There we go. Look at that. Mastermind Workshop, Southern Spain. February 2024. 1 year away. 1 year away. Now, I don't have a website. I've been talking to Cody nonstop and we're hashing out ideas and we found some crazy cool places to do it all. It's just amazing. But it's like nothing's booked. It's not even guaranteed. It's a year away, but we're talking about it. We're going to judge some interest. We're going to find out if people are available. We're going to plant the seed so that when we have more details, people will be like, oh yeah, I heard about that. I was thinking about that. Adam mentioned something like that. And it just makes it easier to then carry on the conversation with those who are interested. So the best time is now. Jeremy, what would be the most effective marketing strategy for a bed bug heat treatment company in the Bay Area? Holy moly, that is specific. I like it. Currently running Google ads and spending about 10 grand a month. Okay, perfect. So you're doing the strategy that I would like you to do. When you have something like bed bugs or broken toilets or leaking roofs or water damage or anything that requires like, I need help and I need it now and I'm going to search for it. We call that search-based marketing. You're using the right tools. So Google Ads, perfect. I would also work on optimizing your Google business location page. That's going to be the other thing, because I want you to be getting organic traffic as well from the people that are going to look at your Google ads, possibly click your Google ads, but they'll also see you organically as a Google map listing. And then you can also appear in the organic rankings. So essentially you have an opportunity then to appear as an ad, then as a map, then as an organic listing. So you could have 3 spots on the same page. Another option you can have, if the Google ads are going really well, max this out first, because I would argue we could probably get that to like, I don't know what, you can't make people search for something, but maybe there's room in there to get up to like 20 grand a month or 30 grand a month before we're like, all right, we're totally tapped out. Is different landing pages with slightly different offers competing against either the same or different keywords. This is slightly more advanced ninja stuff, but it's like you can run other kind of campaigns to collect people at different stages of the funnel or with different offers or whatever it is in order to pit them against each other. All right, Baby Tom, does your course walk through the basics, setting up a pixel, launching my first campaign, email marketing strategy, retargeting? I have 0 experience. Okay, excellent. So it does not cover setting up a pixel and the mechanics of retargeting. And the reason that it does not is because those are Googleable answers. So it's like if you go to Google right now and you're like, how to set up a pixel, it's going to show you with all of the screenshots that you need to do it. So I don't want to say it's an easy question to answer, but it's like anything that we can Google, I don't really like, you'll still find some things that obviously you could search for, but not in the order that we need them. So for online advertising, no, we don't cover that explicitly. We cover the strategy behind the online ad. So what do you say? How do you say it? What does compelling copy look like? How would you structure it in the form of a customer journey? But like the actual physical setting up of the ad, no. That said, got a bonus course I'm working on right now that I'm going to be adding to the program. And so when you sign up, you'll get that included when it is ready. Yassine is different. Perfect. We're all different and special. I have a question. I'm going to start working with my brother who owns a honey company. Oh, amazing. And he asked me to learn about digital marketing. Can you please give me some tips? Yeah, man. Videos, channel. You're in the right place. Go watch them. Watch the playlist, New to Marketing, Start Here. There's literally, like, I could give you tips for 500 hours. So go watch 500 hours of videos. Yay, marketing. Eng, I have a service that is very interesting for real estate agents. I even have a partnership protocol with commissions and referrals. What method do you recommend to approach new partners? Okay, so you've got a service that's interesting for real estate agents. So you need to approach real estate agents. That's it. I mean, we could talk about all the ways to do it, but it's pretty simple. Like you can, let's talk about it. You can talk to them in person. You can send them an email. You can call them on the phone. You can run advertising targeting real estate agents in order to draw them in. You can create content that would be appealing to real estate agents in order to have them stumble across it and then engage with you. You can speak at local real estate conventions and events. You can go to real estate offices and introduce yourself. That's it. I mean, the bigger question is, how are you going to position your offer so that when a real estate agent sees it, they're like, I want that, rather than like, I've seen that before, sounds too good to be true, whatever it is. Bizarre New Yorker, what's the best way to learn skills in email marketing? Copywriting will be your biggest secret. The mechanics of email marketing are relatively straightforward. So it's like how to set up a broadcast, how to set up a campaign or a sequence, how to set up tags and triggers and segmentation. Like all of that is learnable stuff. The harder part is learning the copywriting, which is like, how are you going to craft an effective email marketing message that's going to appeal to your target audience? That's the trick. I'd love to be able to tell you this is a skill that you can, like Facebook ads and how to set up the structure of a Facebook ad campaign. You can do that in a day. You can just literally go to Google, go to YouTube, watch some of my videos. I think I've got some on like how to set up a lead gen campaign. Like a day is generous. You can learn that stuff in like 3 hours, 2 hours maybe. Like it's not complicated. Sure, there's some weird buttons and things like that, but if you follow step by step, you got it. Writing effective email copy. Like, I don't want to sugarcoat this for you, but like that's going to take months, if not years, to learn like really, really good. Now you're going to get up to speed and be able to write, like get most of your initial learning curve over in, I don't know, 100 hours of study or so. It's like if you follow enough other email marketers, you read enough of their stuff, you definitely want to be subscribed to my list, read through the stuff that I send. Also follow Cody. I keep talking about Cody, but not just for the event, but go check out Cody as well. black background. He writes really good emails, story-based emails as well. So if you find between my stuff, hang on, I can't find all my stuff now. AdamErhart.com. How do you spell Earhart? There we go. /newsletter. So between me and Cody, I think you're going to find a really good start. But then there's also people like Laura from Talking Shrimp. She's really good. If you're looking for like a more masculine, arrogant, authoritative style, look at Ben Settle. He's got amazing stuff on email copywriting. Definitely from more of a masculine slant, but very interesting stuff. And then write. Man, you got to write. It's like I was looking through my dashboard the other day about how many emails have been sent. Oh, I'll have to pull it up. And it was over like 2 million, basically 2 million emails sent just on this new platform. And I've only been with them for a couple of years. So in the last couple of years, I've sent 2 million, not 2 million individual emails, but like the equivalent of 2 million emails. So if you're sending to 50,000 people and you send one broadcast, that counts as 50,000. So it sounds bigger than it actually is, but it's like once you've sent out 2 million plus emails, you get feedback on all of those. Like, so it's 2 million impressions with, you can look at click-through rate, you can look at open rate, you can look at which subject lines performed, you can look at the responses that you get. That is the secret. Just start writing for sure. Oasis, thank you. You're welcome. Edit Arctic. What are things you don't like most about marketing and you wish were different? Oh, I like that question. So many things. So many things. There's lots that I don't like about marketing. Let's cover a few, because I think by talking about them, you can avoid them and we can rebuild a better, brighter marketing future together. It's a beautiful thing. What don't I like? I don't like the overhyped fake promises that became a staple. They're becoming less of a staple now, but for years it was basically like first it was learn how to make $100,000. And then people were like, well, that's too boring. Learn how to make $1 million. And then we're like, nah, we need more. Learn how to make $1 billion. And I was like, okay, cool. But depending on where you're starting at and the statistical reality of that, like $1 billion is just not a realistic outcome. But okay, we'll go with that. People have done it, so I'm not going to totally destroy the idea. But then it was like how to make $1 billion in a year. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. How to make $1 billion in 30 days? How to make $1 billion and the claims just kept getting crazier and crazier. Now, some of this is required in order to bring people into the funnel and to get their attention and so on and so forth. But that I don't like. I also don't like how it does tend to attract a very, like, couple things. It either attracts people that are in it for the right reasons. My channel is great. Like, you guys are all awesome. We get good people here. If you look at some other channels or some other content or resources and the people that often show up for like get rich overnight stuff, it attracts a person that's like, I don't want to say lazy, but they're looking for hacks or tricks or shortcuts that don't exist. And they're not afraid to compromise their long-term success and reputation for short-term gains. And I think that is tragic and unethical and inexcusable. So I don't like that either. But other than that, I guess the only other thing I don't like about marketing is the fact that some people think that it's evil, when that just shows ignorance on their part, that they don't really understand what marketing is. Like, marketing is communication. That's it. We're communicating value. We're helping people find solutions. Can you use it for bad things? Yeah. But like, you can use anything for bad things. So that's it. So my appeal is, let's be good people and good things happen. I can't even begin to tell you actually that's been like my guiding principle, is treating everybody's business as if it was my own and never doing anything for anyone that I wouldn't do for myself, or like assuming my mom had a business, I was running it for her. Like, I would never do anything that was not in her best interest. And that has served me very well. I wish I could tie like a financial number to being a good person, but, it's in the millions. So let's be good people. How do you pitch to small businesses and brands that need social media help? Ideally, I find people that know they need help and let them come to me. That's my perfect solution, because when I have to try to convince someone that they need something that they may not think they need, it's an uphill battle. And then I lose that authority frame, because I look more like the door-to-door snake oil salesman than the doctor, the expert, the authority that people go to. But otherwise, what I would do is I would just talk about their problems. So I was like, hey, you know how you're a small business and you're losing market share to your competitors? It's because of this, and here's what we can do to fix it. That's it. Shaw, is it good to invest in a good laptop? Depends what you need it for. If you are writing content and all you do is type, a terrible laptop will do just fine. Totally. If you're editing videos, you need a good laptop or computer. But like, yeah, it really just depends what you're using it for. Like I used I don't even know if they still make these things, like a Chromebook for years. As like my backup laptop, I would just chuck anywhere. It was like $200, but it enabled me to log into Google Chrome, where I do most of my writing on Google Docs. $200. I got this, like the keyboard alone is worth more than that. Now, like exclusively in the agency with the business, we use all Apple products, but it's mostly just because of my familiarity with them, and they work really well with video, thanks to the new M1 chips, especially. All right. Water break. Hit the like button if you'd be so kind. I'm going to sip some water, and we're going to dive into this one. All right. Thanks for the great videos. I'm wondering how I can start a social media marketing agency without buying an expensive course. What's your recommendation? My recommendation is you do not need to buy a course at all. So you're just going to have to spend, like, you have a choice. You have time or money. And when you're just getting started in business and you have no money, you have to pay in time. I'm cool with that. I did that. When I first started in business, I had no money. I just had time. So I read all of the books. I attended all of the meetings. I watched all of the videos, listened to all the podcasts. I did all of the things. Now what I try to do is I still read a ton of books. Like reading is still a core part of it, but if I can find the author of the book and I can pay them to teach me the concepts of the book in an hour instead of the 8 hours to read the book, that's a better ROI on my time. So what can you do to get started without knowing anything? Watch all the videos, take notes. Like most people have detailed most of the path on YouTube. So as long as you're diligent about like keeping, I keep waving this pen around. As long as you're diligent about keeping good notes and fleshing out a strategy and like how you're going to do it, yeah, you don't need a course. Get this free thing. Hang on, where is it? This. Get this free thing. Start, like, list it all out. Write a Google Doc, pen and paper, doesn't matter to me. Write down model market message media machine. Then every time you learn a concept, put it in one of those buckets, in one of those spots. And you're gonna literally flesh out probably your very own marketing course that'll be tailored to you. All right. What are taxes you need to pay as a sole trader business owner? Oh man. So I am not an accountant. It's funny. I used to start these lives with like, hey, I'll answer any question you have as long as it's not tax related. Cause I'm like, I don't know. I ask my accountant for everything. So yeah, business taxes, income taxes, taxes on the income that you earn, but talk to your accountant so you don't end up in jail for tax fraud. Ma, Sa, hey, glad to meet you. Glad to meet you too, Ma. How can I start digital marketing as an advertising manager who wants to make some changes? So you're already an advertising manager, so you've got the basics of, say, advertising down. If you want to start digital marketing, really, it comes down to, we're gonna diagram this out because I think it's valuable. And actually, Corporal Diesel said this was helpful a while back, so I want to do it again here. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? I just realized that. Let's make this make a lot more sense. Oh, hang on. Why? It's because it's caps, not shift. Oh, we'll put it on that side. That's cool. We'll switch it up. This is the concept of a T-shaped marketer. And a T-shaped marketer is essentially one that has a broad area of knowledge on all kinds of different topics. So it's like social media and ads and content and SEO and web design and actually, that was a bad one. I'm going to put ads in that one, whatever that one is. And direct mail and email and video and blah, 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 blah. So you're going to have this broad understanding of all of these different channels. You know the basics of social media. You know what the platforms are and who uses them. You know about ads. You don't need to be an expert in ads, but you know they exist. You know how to log into, say, a Facebook ads manager. Maybe you've run a traffic campaign. You've sent an email. You've made a video. It's like you've done the basics. And you need to make sure that you get a broad level of experience in these ones. But then you find the area that you really want to double down on and you focus in on there. So it could be, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Google or we could use solo ads or whatever it is. The point is then we could then break it down further. We could do Facebook ads for fitness and we could run specifically lead gen ads, and we could focus on SMS follow-up. And you'll see that these things start to build on each other, taking you down a further and more specific and niched path. And when you start doing that, you have a basic understanding of all of these. So you make some good money. But when you start focusing in on this, I'm not saying fitness, lead gen, SMS. It's funny. I kind of revert to that a lot because that's where I made most of my money and impact back many, many years ago, say 5 years ago or so. We were running this funnel. But yeah, that's where you get better clients, more expertise, more experience. All right. Red Rock, where would you start as a B2B service company in commercial HVAC refrigeration? I guess I have to know is like, where are you right now? So like, is this an idea or do you have one? I'm going to assume you have one because otherwise there's just the answer is too long. It's like how to set up the company structure and so on. So it's like, so you got a B2B service company, you do commercial HVAC and refrigeration. The big thing for me is probably a power list. So I'm making a list of like my top 100 ideal clients and customers that would need my services in my local area. I'm putting them on a Google Sheet or a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. I'm figuring out their contact details, the owner's name, and I'm making connections and relationships with all of them. I could give you other tactics like creating content on it and becoming the leader based on videos and some locally targeted ads. But like best bang for your buck is going to be forming personal relationships with the owners or managers of these companies and like sending them things, send them brownies in the mail, not like weird home cooked brownies. Maybe that's neat. I don't know. But like there's brownie mail order services or send them thank you cards or Christmas cards or whatever it is. So yeah, you need to make those connections. Rogue Nerd, hello. First time in alive. Hello. Yeah, first time seeing you here. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Amira, hey Amira. The Marvin Chronicles, does AI worry you? Nope, not really. I think it's interesting though, like super interesting. Worried is not the right word. It's like, I don't know if I've ever been worried with new technology. Let me rephrase that. I'm worried for some people. I'm not worried for myself, and I'm not worried for you guys because you're here now and we're having this conversation. I'm worried for some people because AI is going to eat their lunch. Like it's going to take away their business. They're doing things that make them commodities, that make them replaceable. That means they're offering subpar service, subpar products to people that don't care about them or whatever it is. Yeah, those people are screwed, and it sucks, and it makes me feel sick to my stomach. But there's only so much I can do to be like, hey, y'all, pay attention, do this stuff, make people care, do better work. Help people more, provide more value. From that sense, now I'm not worried at all. I think it's nifty. I don't think we're going to go too far where like robots take over the world and kill us all, but maybe that's just what I have to say to stop them from taking over the world and killing us all. Or maybe I'll be last because I was kind to them now. Who knows? Rogue, that's awesome. Perfect. Glad you like the videos. Maurice, once again. Hey, Maurice. I recently registered a company that will be dealing with training students on short courses, most likely computer programmer, languages like Python, etc. Any marketing advice? Okay, so hang on. You recently registered a company that will be dealing with training students on short courses, mostly programming languages. Yeah, my best marketing advice for you, my friend, is market research. You're going to need to find, because I know of a few, competitors in the space who do this exact same thing. And you're going to need to find out how you're going to differentiate yourself from them. And in fact, let's break out the whiteboard of truth and justice, a term I learned from Alex Becker. You need to make a positioning map. Okay, this is one of the most valuable exercises any business can do. I do these all the time, just for fun. Nerdy marketing guy. But you want to put this out across a couple different variables. For you, I'm going to use, let's say, quality and cost. Okay, so this is like plus quality, plus cost, low cost. You need to figure out where all of your competitors are. So maybe you've got like, I don't know, I'm going to say Harvard. Like if you go to Harvard to get a programming education, you're high quality, high cost. Okay. And then down here, we're going to say you have, I don't know, like Bob's Backyard Coding. What's another word for coding that starts with B? I like alliteration, but whatever. We have Bob's Backyard Coding down here. Low quality, but low cost. Works for some people. You've got to figure out where on this spectrum you want to fall. You cannot be, for the record, very important, you cannot be high quality, low cost, because then you will have no margins. You'll just like quality costs money. It's going to cost time. It's going to cost resources and so on. So like this is not, this is not an area you can be. Oh man, my art skills are off the chain right now. So you can't be there. Same kind of over here. It's like you can't really be high quality, low cost. There we go. That's what I meant. High quality, low cost. You also can't be low quality, high cost, right? Because no one's going to buy or you're going to go broke. So you're going to end up kind of in this sphere here, but you got to decide where. Like, you're going to go middle of the road, you're going to go down there. Also, you don't have to use quality and cost. You could use time and, I don't know, certification if that's what you needed. So you provide different certifications, whatever it is. Oh, that turned out to be a disaster. Looks a little less awful on my iPad, but we're going to run with it. So yeah, you've got to basically do a positioning map and find out where you stand and where you want to stand. If you do the same thing as everybody else, you'll just become a second-rate version of them. So, okay, we are super running out of time. I'm going to see if I can find some, one or two more questions that I think will help the most people. Good. Glad that answered. Michael, why don't more marketers talk about programmatic advertising? Mostly due to popularity and clickbaitiness and effectiveness overall. So there's so many different strategies. What you'll find is that people tend to gravitate towards the ones that the most people are interested in. That's why Facebook ads get so much bandwidth all the time. Let's see. What could we do? How to run a business on autopilot? How to use AI to your advantage? Yeah, you could totally run a business on autopilot with people. So the reason that I've got a couple businesses that run on quote unquote autopilot is because I have really smart quality people that are running it as the CEO, as the president of the company. So I'm kind of like the silent partner that comes in and looks at things and makes sure everything's cool. I'm just like, yep, carry on. This you're doing good, or let's change this or whatever it is. So it involves minimal effort from my part, but people is the answer. How to use AI to your advantage? So many ways. Like, AI is already used all around us for all kinds of different things. The best advice I can give you is find the things that you hate doing that are boring and repetitive. And there's probably some kind of AI that's going to help you with that. Jeremy, oh, you're the best. Thanks, Jeremy. Enjoy your weekend. Yeah, you too, my friend. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else I can find. We've got a few minutes and I gotta bail. Outdoor rain soccer today. It's going to be fun with the kids, slipping and sliding in the backyard. Ultimesh, I like this one because I like solar, right? You know I like solar. Lead gen for solar, charging them per lead. I'm not taking access to client's ad account or page. Instead, I create a solar page and running ads for my own ad account. Any advice? Nope, sounds like you're doing things right. I like that idea. I don't mind whether you run it all through your own page or you run it through theirs. Either way is fine. Just make sure. Actually, I do have one piece of advice. You're probably doing this already, I'm sure. But go there, get the free training on it, and get the solar panel snapshot, because you're going to want to use SMS for this bad boy. I think that's it. Like, anybody that's doing local lead gen right now, SMS is a powerful tool, becoming more powerful all the time. Fat guy in the kitchen, what video editing software do you prefer? Such a good question. Oh, what do I prefer? I got mixed feelings. I can tell you the one that I'm using right now is DaVinci Resolve Studio. That's the pro version, but it's still $300, one-time payment. You got it all. If you're just getting started with video editing, you don't need the pro version. The free one is really good. Like, it gets you 95% of the way there, but you lose something called Magic Mask, which allows you to like separate the subject from the background. I don't know. To me, that feature alone is worth every penny. But for most people, I would say DaVinci Resolve. It's where the industry seems to be heading. They're just investing a ton of time and energy and money into the product. It's amazing. My preference in regards to like which one is the prettiest and most fun to use is Final Cut Pro, which is Mac only. But Final Cut Pro is just so limited when it comes to doing motion graphics and special effects and things like that. Like, so I could edit in Final Cut Pro and then go to DaVinci, but it just wasn't a fan. So DaVinci Resolve, it's free. Get the free one. It's amazing. That's it. Yassine, been watching your videos for a week now and let you know you're a genius. Much love. Hey, well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the videos. Okay, Mafia King, SEO strategy for a new website. Yes, it's going to take time. That's the bad news. SEO is one of those strategies that we're looking at like 3 to 6 months. So what do you need for a new website? You need lots of content and lots of links. That's it. Yeah. All the other SEO concepts apply. Like, you can go back through my channel and look at all the other SEO videos, but like a new website, here's a better piece of advice. I wouldn't rely on SEO in the beginning stages of it, because you're just not going to rank unless it's an incredibly uncompetitive term. Some guy, what's your opinion on drop shipping business model? Is it worth pursuing? I don't like it personally. I don't like businesses where I'm playing arbitrage or the middleman, where I'm buying something cheap, selling it high, simply because I don't really have a good competitive advantage in the market. Like that's it. I'm a commodity service and I'm not building a brand. I like businesses that I can build a brand on because then I can scale them up. I can sell them. I can get different partnership opportunities. So I don't love drop shipping at all. I never have. It's not terrible. I've had clients that do drop shipping and will work on campaigns and it works great for them and they love it. So different strokes for different folks. Personally, not for me. Okay, let me see. Last one, if I can find. Let's see. Don't know where to start for a beginner agency. Yeah, I've got videos on that. Go check it out. How to start a marketing agency. You'll find that. Mighty Migi. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, good. Good. I'm glad that's what the videos are for, right? They're the closest that I can be to like living in your basement and having you yell down marketing questions and me yell them back up. It's a weird example, but let's see. One more. Marketing plan for business software, supply chain courses, templates, 200 a month. Find AI good tool to use, not a viable replacement. I agree. Lando, I agree, my man. I agree. Still waiting for sock knitting reference. Yeah, wait for the course, man. It's coming. I gotta learn how to knit socks first, but do you recommend using Google Ads when you sell products under $50? Low profit margins. Our ads in the past got more sales, but lost money overall. Okay, I like this one because it's going to allow us to tie into a more important concept in marketing, which is like ROI, KPIs, stands for key performance indicators, marketing metrics, marketing analytics. What do you do? Here's the question. Adam, do you recommend using Google Ads when you sell products under $50 with low profit margins? Our ads in the past got sales, but lost money overall. My short answer, without knowing what you're selling, how low your margins are, what the costs are, my short answer is no. I do not recommend it. I normally don't recommend any kind of advertising where the margins are even considerably low. Like I want to be able to generate a 3x ROI minimum on my ads because I know that as I scale them up, I'm going to lose and eat into some of that ROI. Just it's the natural way that ads work as like an auction-based bidding system. So it like takes all the low-hanging fruit off first, and then it gets more expensive as you go. So if you're selling something for cheap or that you don't have a lot of margins on, yeah, I definitely don't like ads. Now, if I needed to run ads, I would make sure that I was doing something called increasing add to cart value. So I would be doing upsells, downsells, cross sells. I would have a funnel so that when they bought this, they would be offered this. I would have packages. I'd have different promotions. I'd be optimizing the living heck out of my landing page. Like there are things you can do. I have sold lower cost items, but anything under $100, I wouldn't even look at. And anything under $500, like you're going to have a battle. Like when you're starting to do advertising for low ticket products or cheap commodity products, like you better be a good marketer and like you better eat, breathe, sleep this stuff. And like even me who considers myself like, I love this stuff. I probably wouldn't even do that because it just wouldn't be worth the time. Also, if you run the math of it, like how many sales do I need of a $10 item to make $1 million? I'm not going to do that math, but it's a lot. How many sales of an item that's 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever do I need to make $1 million? Significantly less. Broad examples, but it's like I don't love low margin products and offers, especially with advertising. What you'll find is that the only brands that do this relatively successfully, meaning they still do it even though it loses the money, are major brands. Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nike, Target, Reebok. They're spending millions on brand awareness marketing. It's not going to last forever. Eventually things are going to have to become, they're going to have to be responsible to their ad spend. But yes, that's it. All right. Give a like. Give the like at live. You got it. The bravest. Okay, guys. Well, my friends, that was amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the amazing questions. And thank you for the kind words, the support for each other, and for the ideas shared. I will see you here, same time. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I will see you on the other channel next week. So make sure that you stick around for that. It'll be at the same time, so that should be easy. Also, I think that's really it for today. Let's wrap it. Talk soon. Adios, guys.